Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to ECSM Cricket, and I am head coach and director of ECSM Cricket in Nigeria, Ingram Jones. I don't come on TikTok often, and I say that anytime I come live or I'm on live on TikTok, it has to be for a reason and has to be of specific purpose. And today, that purpose is one that is well worth it. A little background: in 2021, I went out to Nigeria and I offered my coaching services as a cricket coach. I coached 25 years around the world. At that point, I'd coached in Australia, the Caribbean. I was a national community champion back in England, seen by 8.5 million homes. I'd won numerous titles and trophies, so I was pretty confident and successful at what I did back then. But coming to Africa was something I wanted to do as a young person. I was 14. I promised myself that I would come to Africa, and we had the pandemic and COVID and all that, and I decided that was the time to come to Africa and give back. So it took me an amazing journey, met some amazing people along the way, and it was definitely a time of growth. I spent 3 years in Africa, and I met some wonderful people in Africa, and for those people I'm so thankful and grateful for those opportunities. We did some amazing things. We worked with the UK government in Thrive Online and Brighter Futures, creating numerous opportunities for young people to be empowered, whether it be doing cricket tournaments, T20 tournaments, T10 tournaments. All of our tournaments had live coverage or broadcasted on T1 TY television. There was numerous times I was on Nigerian national television. I was on Silverbird TV on a weekly basis promoting the sport of cricket. Our players were fortunate to be on television as well and talk about their love of the sport. The opportunity for them to get involved in media, cybersecurity. One and two of our students, one of them has actually gone on to get a full-time job in cybersecurity, which is fantastic. The pinnacle for me, but there were two pinnacles. Apart from being able to coach in 10 schools, as Lagos head coach, I won with the under-17 squad, and we came runners-up with the under-19 squad in that same year. And on top of that, I also went on and took the Lagos women. I didn't go to Edo State with them, but they qualified for Edo State very, very easily. So it was a phenomenal time for myself. The pinnacle of all that was ECSM Cricket taking over 350 students from Ikorodu, a place of 1.5 million people population plus that knew nothing about cricket, and taking a load of kids from there on a coach to TBS, the home of cricket in Lagos. And they were able to see the World Cup trophy that was later to be played in October last year. It was a phenomenal moment. At that time, I was also hosting the event via TY television. All that stuff is on YouTube, so it's all there. And it was an incredible moment just to stand and see all our students packing the stadium. The amount of kids that were there, it was absolutely incredible. Truly incredible. And it wasn't about me. People don't understand the journey. I did this not for me. It was something I wanted to do. I was upon my heart. It's because I love young people. I love progression. I love to see the underdog succeed. So that was something I always wanted to do. Other people had their own misunderstandings of that because of their own selfish mindsets. That it was about me and about I wanted to have my own, and I wanted to protect them and make sure those young people got the great opportunities so they can understand what their worth and their value is as individuals. That's from a safeguarding perspective in the UK. That's from an empowerment perspective. That's about them being able to really realize their potential and go beyond what they're currently being taught. Yeah, so and that opened up to many opportunities in that, and I'm so grateful for that. I mean, at the height of it all, we were able to, at the end, deliver 10 schools participating in a never ever done before. Never done before now. Schools Cricket Festival. The state's never done it. And for it to be on television as well. So you talk about promotion. So I was doing weekly promotion in my media role, working at Tiwa Television. Not paid, all voluntary. Silverbird TV, talking about cricket, promoting the sport in Nigeria. And I did that. And I was really happy to be able to do that. Bring me up to moderate the live to attract more viewers and gift us to your live stream. Okay. How do I do that? I would love to invite you up, but that's not really the point of this conversation. So thank you, child of God, for that opportunity. I just want to talk about how I feel about certain things because I don't come on often. So to be able to do a schools cricket festival in Ikorodu, not on the island now, in Ikorodu, 10 schools participating in a competition and the eventual winner. We had the Ministry of Education there. We had Lagos Television down there. We got sponsorship from the water company. I can't remember the water company again. Isotonic Water. We got sponsored by them as well. So it was a great event, a fantastic event. And all those young people I know from that would have benefited from it. So yeah, it was all about cricket for me. Cricket development, empowering the young people, making them better, and giving Nigeria, or particular Ikorodu, the opportunity to have players to represent from that part of Nigeria and to do well. That's what it was all about for me. That's what it was all about, and that's what it will remain that for me. And I'll always say this: I didn't send myself, right? I didn't just pick up myself and come to Nigeria. It was made possible for this to happen. So I'm thankful and grateful for that. The downsides, I wish there was less tribalism. I wish that, I mean, imagine, I was able to bring so many young people to the stadium for cricket, but because of tribalism, narrow-mindedness, egos, fear, pride, we could have had a great state at Lagos State. We could have had the best state in Lagos State. Coming from somebody who's done cricket development in the UK, in Australia, in Europe, in the West Indies, worked for the national side. I mean, to have such experience there, all they had to do is I've worked for the state for a year and a half for free, volunteered. So that it was never the mentality to be there to sabotage or. I think people acted out of fear and out of their own ignorance and blindness. So we could have done so much more when I was at Lagos State. But instead, that's why I built ECSM, to continue the work, to do the work, to get the young people together, to get them the educational opportunities. And if you compare what those young people were getting in Ikorodu compared to what the young people were getting on the island, you couldn't compare it. You couldn't compare it. These young people were mixing with some of the best cyber security, cyber tech people in the world, right? Not just in Nigeria, in the world. They were open to be meeting people who were working for the UK government, the Home Office. Some of our young people represented that level. Some of our young people were in media, got media training as well. Do you know, we were open, it was not just about cricket, it was about the whole 360 approach. That they're champions on and off the field. And I was just so it hurt my heart a lot that those things happened, but it made me aware of who is who and what is what in Nigeria now. So when I went there, I was all about going for the motherland. You could say I was I was a virgin, because I'm not. Well, my parents were born in Trinidad and Tobago, and they came to the UK. So Africa was always seen through the eyes of via television as all it could be, until I decided to go out there. And people said to me, well, you could have lived on the island. I said, no, I didn't want to live on the island. I wanted to live where it's at, literally. And people say, if you can live in Ikorodu, you can live in anywhere in the world. And it was, to me, a great experience. I think I would have been protected and shielded from a lot of things, maybe. But then, I was born in London. So what was I going to try and live that sort of life out there for? For what reason? That was not my purpose. That was not what I was sent to do. And so I'm so happy and so grateful to have had these opportunities, and to install so much into the young people. Egotistically speaking, myself now, honestly, I would love to have had a cricket team now playing in the league. But then that would mean me having to commit more in Nigeria, where I'm here in the UK doing some. Yeah, I'm fully committed to the stuff I'm doing in the UK. So that means I'm not committed to in Nigeria. I would love to be out there, but it's just not viable at the moment for that to happen, to be out there. But there will come a time when that can happen. But for now, I still do one-to-one coaching online. Actually, you'll see me post on the channel all the time that I post, and that's a special thing for me. Now, today or last night, yesterday, years ago, when I was in Nigeria, I became Lagos head coach. And part of being Lagos head coach, I had the opportunity to coach a Colt side. Now that Colt side was a mixture of players from the island and Ikorodu. I brought them together. I said, you're one, you will play as one. But you're there to play cricket. You should be there to play cricket. You should be there thinking, you're from Ikorodu, I'm from this place, I'm from this area, I'm from that. You should be playing as one, because ultimately the idea is for you to play as one. That should be your mindset. Focus on being the best player you can possibly be. And my advice to our players is just focus on being the best you can be. Be the best batter, be the best bowler, be the best fielder, be the best person you can be generally. That's most important. So during that time at Lagos State, or as Lagos head coach, again, because of the narrow-mindedness of some people, and the ego and the pride and the fear, the way I was communicated to, I would say, was pretty harsh, unfair. But the beautiful thing out of it was that those players had the opportunity to play for Lagos State. And then I spent a year and a half, 2 years with them at ECSM. And yesterday, I'm proud to say that we released those players back to TBS, back to Lagos State, so they can now go and flourish with their careers with good technique. Those who'd listen, good technique, a mindset ready to give to Lagos and Nigeria. So I'm really happy about that. One of the girls, next week, one of the girls that I've been working with a while, she too will end up joining. Some of the boys now are going to be playing across the state now. They'll play with different clubs, which is going to be in the Lagos, the CCC League, which I'm so proud of. I'm proud of every single one of those players. And those players who don't make it to play in those club level will get at the club level there. They'll play for the Colts. So I'm delighted, and I wish the coaches and the players all the very best. So that's what I want to come in and say. We've kind of come full circle, and it was great. Fantastic. Those young players got to meet the ICC, this is the International Cricket Council Development Officer. Basically, that's the top man in cricket globally. They got to meet him, and I'm sure that was life-changing for them then, and they'll probably understand when they continue this journey now just how much rich experiences they've had. They will understand when they're playing and they're having conversation with the other cricketers. Hold on. They'll have a different perspective. They'll know about things like growth mindset and fixed mindset. Done a lot of teaching, a lot of talking about those things, about how to conduct yourself as a cricketer, the tactical awareness as a player, all these things. And a lot of those players were coaches, which I'd worked with, and they formed about 10 coaches I had at one point in time. So now they're going to be going out. They've been released from the nest. It was never about me keeping these players. It's about these players being protected and nurtured and given the opportunity. We look at the Nigerian side at the moment. Oh my God, I wish I could help with that Nigerian side, because they need some real help. They have to understand, in Nigerian cricket, it's not just about bat, ball and fielding. It's about mindset. And that's something that, from what I see, just watching from a distance, is something that's lacking. Mindset. You can have all the nets in the world, you can have all the top facilities, but if your mindset's not right, if your intentions are not right, if your reasons for being there are not right, you can never succeed. And I'll say that it's a very spiritual thing. And then people will look at me and think, what are you talking about? But it is what it is. Or it is what it will be. I hope that our players now can go out there and perform really well and get the opportunity to play in the national side. Some have already represented Lagos. For them to go out there and play and get a part in that national side and show the difference. I'm always going to be there for them, in terms of being a mentor, in terms of being a guide, someone they can talk to. I'm always going to be that guy. That's never going to change. But and I'm kind of glad now that they are now out there. And in October, November, they will be playing in the league. And I said before, I'm so proud of them, and I really want them all to go and do well. Of course, for me, I want to see them do well because I was their coach for a while, but I want them to do well as individuals. You know, that all this hard work and all this training alone or training in Ikorodu, now together they can go out there and do something special. So I'm really excited. They'll be training at TBS. They've got great facilities now. They've got the indoors facilities as well. So I'm sure they will go on and become very good players. I'm excited. And if I can contribute, which is what I said before when I first came to Nigeria, if I can contribute to that, then fine. I remember saying to Endurance when I first came to Nigeria, I would love to be Nigerian head coach. I said it to him. I said I would love to be the head coach, and I would give that national side something very special. It's not like I haven't worked at national level before. I worked at national level with test players in Grenada, so it's not like I haven't worked at national level before. So yeah, I think, and now when I'm working, I work with Essex as the county setup, doing their pathway cricket, and I'm a full-time coach in England. I have a wealth of knowledge and understanding, and that's really what I think Nigeria needs. They need to release the fears and just pick the best players. And if they really want to get to a World Cup and achieve and succeed, then they're going to have to go about things differently. You can't keep doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting success, when clearly over and over again you're making the same mistakes, and it's clear to see. So yeah, I wish you all ECSM players the very best. As for me, that's that's a mission accomplished. When I said I want to go and give back to Africa, well, I gave back to Nigeria. It's not the whole of Africa, but that's where one door closes and another door opens, and I hope very soon to revisit all of this, but be able to provide even more so and really make a difference. I think I made some sort of difference, now I've been in Africa. I've spent some time in Africa. I lived in Africa for 3 years plus. Now I know what I need to do, and I've had some experience, and now I know I can go back and come back with something even better. God has been my provider. It's been my source of strength. And when you come not as your own, then you don't determine the leaving point, but you know when it's time to exit. And this is my time to exit or to leave the scene in a particular role. Example, as a father, you never forget your children, but they are now independent, so you let them leave. When they need to come back to the dad, to talk to the dad, that's it. So I feel like a father cricket for many of those young people. Many young people. And I hope that these players now can inspire others, because now Ikorodu will now be a cricket playing city. Now all we need to do is have some champions, and I'm sure that we will produce champions. So that's it from me. I will continue to upload videos of players that I continue to work with on a one-to-one basis and will manage. But other than that, there's nothing much more for me to say. Players, I wish you all the very best. I did this video for you. I hope in time to come you will understand what I was saying, why I was saying it, and why I did the things I did. And you have more than enough resources on our ECSM YouTube channel to look back on, to watch, to learn. You have now, I came in Easter and I did almost 2.5, 3 hour coaching session, which was all recorded. So you have that as well. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. Just say hi to everybody. Hello. Hello to everybody. Okay, just said hi to everyone. So that's it. Don't think there's much more for me to say. Apart from, it's been a great journey. I've appreciated it. And when one door closes, another door is already opening. So, God bless you all. I wish you all well. Yeah, thank you so much. Much appreciated for the likes and the love. Who's S Dollar? Well, I'm following you, S Dollar. You've been followed. Let me see. Can I add people in here? So I can invite people. Let's see what happens. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How
From
are you?
3 to 2.5, I'm the one that like it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
When I came to your life, I'm saying that you have to read like.
Yeah, I don't usually come
Hello.
live. Hi,
But
I don't
I'm the
usually do
one that
lives.
read to 1. I'm the
Thank you
one that
so
to
much. Welcome.
2.1.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I like your favor. Yeah.
Thank you. So I appreciate you. Thank you so
Okay.
much. I'm going to end my life, but thank you. Take care and all the very best.